Hi YouTube
Hello,
world! It's time to get ready. I'm Nick.
I'm Jean-Luc.
And we're the WB Gays.
And I cannot believe it's Sunday already.
The week went by fast.
I can't believe tomorrow is August 31st, 2020. That is mind-boggling to me. September's on Tuesday. Like, we're already how many months in now? Like I was just saying before we went live on YouTube here, how this year, this 2020 has been a year of learning, a year of evolving, a year of adapting. And it's been interesting. I as much as it's been terrible for so many people, there's been some learnings, and I think we have to always pull the good out of what we, even out of the bad, we still have to find the good, because no matter which way we look at it, there's always good out there. There is good. Sometimes we have to dig down a little bit deeper, but once you find that good, it's what keeps you going. It's what keeps you motivated. It keeps your head in the game, because that's where you always want your head to be, is in the game.
Yeah, and today's word of the week is diet.
It is.
I thought you were going to say it.
No, I was waiting for you to say it. I was waiting for you to say it.
So the word of the week is diet.
Did I eat that? Did you guys get that?
Did I eat
D-I-E-T.
that?
Did I eat that? I heard that on a workshop,
Clever.
and I loved it. I was like, that's so cool. It was.
And I also want to note out, so someone in a chat at one point was saying that the fourth pillar that WWE is talking about is the community. I want to shout out to Jana, because she's the one
Jana is the
one that gave us that idea. A lot of the ideas.
She's the one that created that whole workshop. She actually had a workshop, and she led her workshop in saying WW is the invisible. Community is the invisible pillar of WW, and that really spoke very deeply to both of us, because it has been a huge part of our journey. Every single one of you, the people we've known for years now, and then the new people that we're meeting as we speak throughout all these workshops. And I feel like I've become friends with so many of you in so many ways, because I'm starting to see so many of the same people in workshops following us, and it brings us joy, and us being together and sharing, especially right now in this time.
That's important.
It's kept us sane.
Yeah,
it's absolutely kept us sane. This is what has allowed us to continue and want to continue our journey. Like, you guys have brought us so much encouragement and so much love. And you guys saw, we went through some rough times at one point. We've had our struggles, and we all have, I think. And I love the fact that we've all been here to support each other through thick and thin, and I can't thank you guys enough for that.
Okay, guys, there's one thing tonight too that's kind of cool. We actually have a whole new setup tonight. Our laptop we normally use to do our live shows is out of commission, so we have to find another one that we've had that's old. We have to pull it out and try to figure out if we actually use it. And we got it set up, but now we've been able to set up, it's actually better.
We have no extra things
You're all in front of us. Every single YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom, you're all.
And
we
have chats everywhere that we can read.
We can read everything right in front of us. It's
that one's a little hard, but doable still.
Yeah, but you have to get a little higher.
Yeah.
And you can go like this. Yeah. So it works. So first things first, let's do the mail.
Yes, mail.
So we decided we're going to do mail first going forward. We thought that would be the best way of people
a great way to open up the show. So first of all, t-shirts from Janet. She also included, well, 2 cards. Yes, 2 cards, which were fantastic. And she included some snacks, which was so cool. She gave us the crunchy potato snacks, but the sea salt ones.
We've never tried
these ones before, which is really cool.
I think it's just a US flavor, so it's nice for us to try.
And then she gave us these Health Warrior Chia Bars. Chocolate chip cookie dough, which I know I'll probably love. And she even put the points on them for us, which was 3 points. And she gave us a bunch of teas. I believe she was mentioning these.
I remember she was chatting
about it. It was some white chocolate mocha, maple apple cider, and then a decaf chocolate hazelnut. I think I'm going to be enjoying some teas. I really am, and especially the chocolate ones. He's going to hate me because you know him and his chocolate, but I'm still gonna have them.
Gonna happen no matter what. So.
And another cool thing too is on Friday was our day.
Hold on. We also she also sent us a Starbucks gift card. Yeah. So Janet, that was way too much. You
didn't need to send all of that. We appreciate it. Thank you. And
And I like the cards. I like what people write. Like we don't read them out loud because we don't want to, in case people don't want us to read what they said. But the cards are really that's what we love. We love hearing people's stories. If we change your journey in some way, if you share those kinds of, that's what like it touches our heart. Like we sometimes like tear up just reading what you guys send us. So.
I just love, and I never thought that something like a piece of paper with someone's handwriting could mean so much. That is insane. Yeah. It's like seeing that someone took the time to write something. We are so digital and it's all email and all that. And this is that someone took a moment out of your day to write us something. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like it's
very touching.
Sorry
we're emotional today.
Yeah. We also got
another gift card.
Yeah, for Starbucks. So I guess you
guys
know us.
Starbucks.
I wonder if
we're gonna have to go travel.
I wonder if they know if we have a rule for that place.
The funny thing is we've been really good with that rule lately and haven't been doing it. But we will be getting back to Starbucks. We have no choice now.
Yeah, we have to go.
And another amazing thing that we went and got to do on Friday was we went to have.
And we'll do that when we get there.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, you want to wait for that one?
We can do a recap. We can do a recap now.
Yeah.
So first things first is weigh-in time. I weighed in at 173.3. I was down 3.3 this week. Woo, woo. And I'm 3.3 from goal. Woo! Yay! Woo!
This is actually weird, guys.
Share your successes too. Everybody in the chat, we want to see everybody's NSV's weight successes, things you've learned, anything this week that just inspired you. Please share in any of the chats you're in. We love seeing that.
Your sister says you can share the Starbucks with her.
No.
We love you. Maybe. We'll buy you one.
Yeah, we'll buy you one.
We'll buy you one.
Yeah.
I actually went down as well this week. I'm down 2.2 pounds, so I weighed in at 179 pounds exactly. I'm at a total weight loss of, that's incorrect, 97.1.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. And this is weird, everybody. We are both 3 pounds away. He's 3 pounds from maintenance, from goal, and I'm 3 pounds of being back to lifetime. We've never been at the same spot ever before. So this is actually kind of a really cool thing for the two of us. Like this is something we never thought we'd ever see. So very excited about that.
Yeah. And then I'll let you do the recap because I forgot to post something in there.
Okay. So on Monday we had our Memory Monday, which was our trip to Cedar Point, which is, for those of you who don't know, Cedar Point is a huge amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio. We actually, for other people who don't know, they have a sister park here in Canada, in Toronto, called Canada's Wonderland. They're actually owned by the same company.
I also didn't fit on a coaster there.
Yeah.
Multiple.
And that was one of the things Nick and I both love to do is roller coasters. We've traveled, we've been to Canada's Wonderland several times. We've been to...
There's a cat crossing.
There is, but you guys don't see him anymore.
No.
He's hidden by the
cameras.
Well,
they can.
So, and we've been to Cedar Point several times, and Nick's mom actually was there 1 year with us. And to not be able to go on some of these coasters when we've always loved to do roller coasters.
It was hard.
It was disappointing. It was really, really tough. So to now go back and think we can go back to these places and do something that we never thought we'd ever be able to do is exciting. It's a moment that we will cherish for a very, very long time. So hopefully we'll be able to get there someday, because right now I don't think we're going to any type of amusement park anytime soon.
No.
We're staying home. We're staying home for right now. And we also visited a workshop in Brownstown, Michigan, and that was with Bonnie, if I'm not mistaken. We've met a fantastic guide who's asked us to a lot of workshops. So we were in Brownstown, Michigan on Monday, and then Tuesday we were in Thornhill, and then we did our transformation
Tuesday on TikTok.
Yeah, which was fun.
Which was fun. We took a clip from a few years ago, and
which was
from today.
The ALS
bucket challenge.
Water bucket challenge.
Yeah, that we had done a few years ago.
And it was quite insane to see those videos again. We are shocked to see that we did a few things back then when we never were very much didn't like being on camera that much. So
yeah. On Wednesday, we went to workshop visits in Brussels, Quebec, and Brantford, Ontario.
Yeah.
We also got contacted, so we could start sharing it by Flourish.
Woo-hoo, Flourish. reached out to us.
They reached out to us, and we're actually gonna get to try their products. So we're actually gonna try doing some recipes and things with their product. We couldn't ever find us. We just reached out to them and say, hey, we'd love to try your products. So they're gonna send some to us, and we're actually gonna try stuff out.
And what's really cool is
They gave us a discount
code.
code.
So if you guys want to buy Flourish in Canada or in the US and you use
WWGaze 10 on their
you can
website.
get 10% off of all of your orders on their website.
Yeah, on their website. So
and it's great. And it is from what I've been told, half a cup of Flourish is 4 points.
yeah.
For half a cup of Flourish. And so it's a high protein pancake mix, and they're coming out with a few different versions of it
Yeah,
too,
like
which is really gluten-free and one with whey powder instead. Vegan.
Vegan, that's what it was. I was like, what is it again? And then we also, on Thursday, we visited a workshop in Vancouver, Washington, and our TikTok video for Halt came out with the WW police. I don't know if any of you guys saw that video this week.
We had fun.
We had a lot of fun filming that.
I was arrested by a very handsome
and
police officer.
Rosie and Cam before the show gave us an idea. I'm actually going to release the unedited clips of us filming each section, so you guys can actually see what we filmed the entire clip. So in the group this week, we'll be posting those so you guys can see the actual original videos that we filmed.
Yeah, because some of them didn't.
Some of them are funny, especially when he didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. And then on Friday, we visited Middletown, New York.
Yep.
We went to Reeser's Market, and we got to see Paula.
And we bought some corn.
Corn!
And Paula's sitting right there. It says Paula, WW Coach. And Paula had asked us, actually kind of funny, she was going to come see us, and Paula was the one who gave us our WW pillows that we adore, and they're in our bedroom. And she's like, oh, I want to come, I've had something for a while, and I want to come down and bring it to you. And then we found out that Reeser's, the farmer's market that we wanted to go to, was literally 5 minutes from her home. So we said, we'll come to you instead. And she gifted us this beautiful plaque, and it says, we love you, Jean-Luc and Nick.
With a little I love you symbol and a little rainbow heart.
So very, very sweet. We absolutely love it. And it was actually created from one of the WW members, from Claire, and her company is N&D Rare Designs.
We also got mugs.
And she, the actual owner of the company, gave us these
mugs.
Cute little WW mugs. I'm gonna show them there. I don't know if they see them on in the Zoom. But what's really fun is on one of the sides it's the I love you symbol in sign language, but the other side it says, this is my WW workshop mug. I used it this morning in my workshop. I loved it. It's so cute.
Thank
and Rainbow,
you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. That was so
We already know
sweet.
where we're putting it. So
Yep.
we already know the spot for this. So
We sure do.
and that was a letter that came.
Yes, and actually that was another a letter we got from Bridget.
Oh yes.
Yes,
So
Bridget sent us a card as well.
And we
I don't
finally
think she's
got
in
it.
tonight. So
No.
we finally got your card. So thank you so much, Bridget. Once
Yes.
again, a lovely message from one of you guys are our friends. Like honestly, we feel like we know so many of you so well almost now. It's kind of weird to virtually know people so well.
Then Saturday, we did more workshop visits: Barrie, Ontario; Pickering, Ontario; Sherman Oaks, California; Bayshore, New York; Thornhill, Ontario; Brentwood, California. And then we went to see our friends last night.
Yep.
I ate pizza again, 3 slices.
3, not 7.
7. 3.
But he had breadsticks.
I had breadsticks too, but that was it. We also had chips. We didn't eat.
We didn't even eat the bag.
No, we ate like
we
maybe
left.
2 handfuls.
We left the half a bag there. Yeah. We did, and it was so funny because even at one point, Nick decided to go to bed early. He went to bed at 11, and I was like, oh, I'm still chatting with our friends, so we're still chatting. And they wanted more wine, and I said, oh, I'll go in and get wine because I needed a drink. And I had a little bit of my drink left, and I went down, I got their wine, I went up to the kitchen, I put my glass on the counter, and I said, I don't need another alcoholic drink. I could just have a Coke Zero, and I just had a Coke Zero. So I went back outside with my Coke Zero. I gave them their wine, and they're like, did you get another drink? I said, yeah, sure, I sure did. I sure did. But they didn't need to know I didn't. And I still sat up and chatted with them till whenever, and it was great. And
I was asleep.
I didn't wake up with any kind of feeling this morning, which I loved. I was like, wow, you know, why? And it's not like we ever drank to get drunk, because we're not like that. But when you're with friends and you're socializing, it is easier to have more drinks than anticipated. And then you end up going, why did I have so many? So I'm glad I made that conscious decision last night to stop.
And then this morning, we woke up. We did workshop visits in Staten Island, Richmond, New York, and Brentwood, California. We've had so much fun doing these workshops, and that's actually something we'll talk about now. As we posted in the group, we've done over 384 virtual workshop visits. We actually calculated. And so we were actually
And we
taking,
love them all.
Yes, love them all, but we're taking a break.
Yep.
We're taking a week off. We decided this week we're actually going to take a full week
off. No workshops. No videos.
No videos. Nothing is going to be coming out. You'll be see posts.
We'll be on social media because
Like, we'll be posting, and we're going to see my mom. And my mom agreed to do a video with us.
We're so excited about this because we've been wanting to do this for a very long time.
There's a 0 Point dinner that we love,
and we couldn't do it just the two of us.
We needed more people, so my mom agreed to do it with us. So she actually ordered everything we need to do. It will show you guys in the
it's
future.
actually kind of fun because it's something Nick did with his family a long
Growing up.
time ago, and then it's become a tradition with us to do it as well, and it's really good for people from the 70s.
It's fondue.
It's fondue. But don't tell anybody the secret, okay?
Yeah, so my mom, we're going to see my mom this week, so we're able to do that with her, and we're also going to be going on some walks. So that's another reason why for the next few weeks we might have some weekends where we're actually going to be taking off because we're trying to see our family and spend more time with them when we're actually visiting. So you'll see our schedule will be a little less in September, but we will be coming back. We still have a lot of requests, so we still will be joining workshops in the future. Just might take a little bit of time before we get to yours if you sent us a request. So today's topic, honey.
Did I eat that?
The diet. It's so funny because when we came out with that topic, it was like, people are going to think we're going to talk about diets and how no. We were actually brought the word for that specific reason because every time people hear WW, they think, oh, you're on a diet. Oh, you're on a WW diet? And it's like, well, yeah, to us, diet, it tends to, it means something different. It does not mean I am on something because we always talk about we're on the forever journey. We're on a forever method. We are doing this forever, right? And so when we think of a forever thing, to us, diet has an end. It means I'm doing this.
Well, it has a start and a finish.
As a start and a finish. I'm doing this diet because I want to change something for a short-term period. And that's how we see the word diet.
Yeah, it was always something, and I think it has to do with how it was introduced, how that word had been introduced back in the day, where if you wanted to lose weight, you needed to go on a diet because diet was the food you ate and you had to watch what you ate somewhat. But I don't know why I thought, I shouldn't say we, this is all about what I'm thinking because this was my thought process, that diets were the, why did we call it a diet? You know what I mean? Like, why was that the choice?
Because that's what you were shown. That's what was on TV. When we were growing up, all on TV you saw was Slim Fast diet and Nutrisystem. So we were all raised seeing that's what you needed to do to lose weight. That's what we were all kind of somewhat brainwashed with, that's what you needed to do. So when people hear the word WW, they think, oh, here's another diet, because that's what we've been grown to listen to all our lives.
Well, I also think it has to do with as soon as anybody sees a company that offers a product as a food, as a snack, people automatically think you have to eat their food in order to be successful.
Yeah.
And that is a complete myth, because I know a lot of people that do not eat any WW snacks because they don't enjoy them, and that's quite all right.
Which is fine. You can do whatever you want.
And that's why WW always says it doesn't matter what you put on in your mouth. You need to put whatever you want in your mouth. You can eat absolutely anything, and it doesn't really matter.
So today's word is two faceted. So like we said, we'll talk first about the word diet and how it's misconstrued. This is what we're doing right now, and then we'll actually talk to you guys what we think diet means and how our diet has changed from the beginning till today. Because it's not been the same as we don't eat the same way we used to. Our diet, what we eat, has changed. And so that change is what allowed us to be successful because we changed our habits, we changed the foods we eat. So we'll talk about both.
Again, it's just realizing that word was not the word that we needed to apply to this, because we realized that when we did apply that word back in the day, because we used to think it was a diet. We did think that that's what would help us change our ways and lose weight, because that, like you said earlier, it was ingrained in us. Yeah. That was what was ingrained in us.
Yeah. So the misconception. So again, if anybody's in the Zoom chat wants to chat, again, raise your hand.
Please raise your hand.
Feel free. We'll see it eventually. So if anybody wants to chat about this topic, but one of the things that I want to talk about is because a lot of us we get asked a lot that people get sabotaged by others. That they feel that because of the people not understanding their journey. Sorry, there's a cat right there. People not understanding their journey or not understanding what WW is, when someone comes up and says, "Oh, you're sure you should eat that?" We often get mad or say, "Why are you asking me that? Like, why do you even care?" And that's the thing. If you and we had this discussion this weekend.
I was
going to
talk about that today.
So,
I love that you brought that up, hon, because it's so true. It's all about educating again. We've been really talking about how we need to, as WW members, educate those who don't understand what WW is. Because people automatically think that WW is a diet, when it's really not. And we've said this over and over again. It's a lifestyle. It's this. It's that. But these people who don't know about what it's like to have an issue with food and
don't get it.
Some people don't get it. So our whole topic this weekend was a couple weekends ago. We went to see our friends again, Rob and Steve. We had mentioned our slogan, every day's a Monday, our slogan, our motto, motto. Every day's a Monday, meaning we start over the very next day if we've fallen off.
As serial dieters, or people who've been trying to
we all get what that means,
all get what
right?
That means.
That every day's a Monday. We know that means I get to start over. It's a positive thing for our brains. However,
for them,
we said this, and he never said anything that week. And he kept it to himself, and every time we'd say it, he's like, ugh. So when we said it again yesterday, he's like, I can't believe you guys are saying every day's a Monday. This is absolutely crazy. I hate Mondays. Mondays is the worst day of the week for me.
That's when the weekend's done. I have
to go back to work. And we were like, oh, wow. Once again, people we know very well, people we talk to.
Friends we've had for
years. And they've seen us on this journey. They've seen us go through what we've gone through. But yet, we assume they know what we're talking about. They assume they understand what we're going through, but yet they don't. So again, that whole communication and making sure people know what you are doing and not sometimes getting defensive because you think they're trying to sabotage you when really deep down inside what they're trying to do is get an answer to a question. Okay, sometimes some people are just jerks. I'm not gonna lie.
That happens.
It does happen.
Yeah.
But I think we can't assume so quickly.
I think we have to take the assumption first that people just don't know first. And then you have to educate. And then if you still educate and you're still getting a same kind of mentality afterwards, then you know, okay, leave me alone now. Like you've done your due. You try to educate. I've had enough now. Like
I think we as members need to educate people by saying, first of all, it's not a diet. Especially if that's where they're coming along with that whole concept of they're trying to make you feel like you're on a diet. If you start reinforcing to them, oh, what diet? I'm not on a diet. I don't follow a diet. This is WW. I make choices. I'm not told what to do. I tell myself what I can do because I'm the one that controls everything I put in and out of my mouth. I control the activity that I do. I say yes sometimes, I say no sometimes.
Yeah, same here. Nick
is having a really fun time kicking people out of the Zoom room tonight.
There's a lot of Zoom bombed right now. So
coming in.
I'm protecting all of you. I'm like, remove, ban. I'm still coming in. I'm like, so I'm very preoccupied right now.
We do not want the mishap of my birthday again. My birthday, there was some quite interesting.
It's died down now, so if anybody's tried to join and I kicked you out, I apologize. It's just there's a lot of people trying to bomb at the same time right now, so. Okay.
And those bombers are not PG, let's just say that.
Yes. So another thing I want to talk about before we go to Gwen, who's first on the list, and then Rennie. So the next thing I want to talk about is what we look at as diet now.
Yeah.
So diet for us now is what we eat.
Yeah.
The diet is the foods we eat, the actual pieces of food and the things
That's
we choose.
we talk about the items as the diet. We don't talk about us being on a diet because we don't sit on the food. We eat it.
Yeah, we eat the food.
so we're not on it.
And for us, that brings a more positive aspect because you can't really get rid of the word diet because when people say, how do you eat? Well, my diet consists of this and this and this. And that's the thing. When you're speaking to someone, like, we'll be honest, when we do our sessions at work, we're not talking about WW. We have to talk to people who don't do WW about how to eat well, how to eat healthy. So I can't come and say, well, you need to look for your 0 point foods.
Look for those 0 point foods.
They won't know what that means. So we have to find a way to say, our diet consists of foods high in fiber, foods that are high in, like all the things that we are told at WW are the foods that appear in the 0 point food list, but we have to educate them in a different way. And so that's how we have to talk about it sometimes. So the word is still a valid word, it's just how you use it.
Exactly. Where you apply it and how you use it really makes a huge difference. So can you open the mic for Gwen?
So I'll unmute Gwen.
So this is going to be weird. Where's Gwen on the screen? Yes.
So I'm going to switch to...
Go to speaker view for this. Yes, perfect. Yay! Oh, this is so cool. I love this.
Hi, Gwen.
Hello, Gwen. Oh, we still don't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, there we
there
go.
we
Yay.
go.
There was just a delay. Hi, Gwen. How are ya?
Good. I gotta say from personal experience, I hate the word diet.
Okay.
I'm a total 100% foodie. I love my food. I love to cook. That's what I do for a living.
Love it.
So I have really started experimenting with what I can do and what I can't do, how to bring foods in and how to try new things again and still keep it within my 16 points a day.
So you're on you're on purple?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes. And when I went away on my camping trip with my two sisters,
Yeah.
and I told you I love them to death and all the rest of it, but the questions, can you eat that? Are you allowed to have that? Like, you know, your portions and all that, and it's like, this is my journey,
Yep.
not yours. I'm gonna do this my way.
Exactly.
And yes, I'm allowed to have all this. Like I built in desserts. I did the whole thing. And they're like, this is really good.
It's funny how you can change someone's perception by bringing something yummy and delicious to the table, right? When they think, oh, I can't believe I'm eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like even Kim Emiat earlier while we were setting things up, she had a family get together and she said the same thing. She's like, I brought in 2 WW things and they were quite impressed because I almost hate that we call it like low point WW friendly foods. It's just regular food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so funny how we've gotten into this whole habit of saying WW friendly. We do it too. But
We do it all the time.
what's so friendly about what we make? It's just foods that have been maybe they're not saturated in all the fats that we normally
You
do.
replace some of the higher fat ingredients.
So why aren't we just saying they're healthier versions instead of but maybe
that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the journey we're on.
But I
right?
also think maybe by saying that sometimes people aren't understanding that. So it's like maybe we need to intertwine it a little bit so more people understand what WW is all about. Or we just
I think it has to do with the facts of like the old diet.
Yeah.
Where everything was restricted and bland and no salt, no sugar, no spices, no butter, no nothing.
And I've heard a lot about how W used to have liver. Like liver, if I had to eat liver every week, I would be like, sayonara, I'm out of here. Like there's no way.
Yeah,
But-
and it was disgusting at that time, and I totally agree.
Yeah.
But WW has come a long way, and it is not a diet.
So in chat, who was around for the liver set?
By a
Like,
show of like actual
hands,
real
who's on-
hands
oh,
or virtual.
Wow, that's quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I could never do that. I'm sorry. No, I never. Sorry.
Well, I mean, there's like the evolution of WW really has evolved because I honestly think maybe at some point WW was considered a diet because that's all there was at some point, right? We as humans throughout history have realized that diets are temporary and diets maybe even, well, WW realized it, that this is not something that's temporary. This is something that you need to apply for the rest of your life. It's again, I feel like we beat it with a stick. It's that forever aspect this is something we are never gonna stop doing. And so let's go talk. Thank you so much, Gwen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, and we're gonna go talk to Rennie
next.
now.
Hi, Rennie.
Hello, Rennie.
Hello,
How
how
are-
are you all?
Fantastic. I haven't seen you in a while.
Oh, well, you know, I've been in hiding. I'm running from the police and everything. It's just
Well, they might hear you now because you're alive.
You are live.
Run, Rennie, run!
But, you know, I have just got to say, what you were going to say, I think back in the day, WW was very much of a diet because it was so restrictive. But if you really stop and think about it, everybody is on a diet.
Yep, we all are. We all eat something.
Right. And whether it's just all junk food or you're on some sort of diet.
I love how you're applying that. That's fantastic.
It's whether you're on a healthy diet or on a it's how your diet is.
Exactly. And I think sometimes we as WW members perpetuate the myth that this is a diet, because how many times have you heard in a workshop, oh, I was really good this week?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so does that mean the food we eat is either good or bad?
Yeah.
And what I try to, my little message to the world is, no food is good or bad. It has a point value. It's math, not morality.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is. A Snickers bar is 12 points. Don't ask me how I know. I don't know.
Never had one.
Never. Well, I never have. Yay!
Okay, there you go. But you see, it doesn't matter. You know,
Right.
it is what it is. You know what, this is my 20-year anniversary of joining WW today.
Wow! Happy anniversary!
Congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. 20 years. But anyway, what WW has given me the past 20 years is an awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Awareness, okay?
Yeah.
So it gave me sort of a roadmap as far as how to get to a healthy weight.
Yeah.
And I have been a goal now for 234 months.
Wow. You are.
For over 19 years. You
That's
know.
amazing.
But you got to get the idea that this is good or this is bad.
Yeah.
You know, I will have an indulgence, a treat now and then. But the thing is, if I have a treat every day, it's no longer a treat.
Exactly.
It's part of my diet.
Yes.
And that's what's funny, Rennie, is that when we talk to people, whenever we visit workshops, one of the things we always tell people is never to deprive yourself. One of the things we always say is, if you like white rice and you completely eliminate it right now in your life and you're always having cauliflower rice every single day, you expect to get the goal and start eating white rice again, that's not going to work. You need to find a way to incorporate that into your life today. If
It's once a week,
you love poutine,
twice a month.
if you love poutine and you can't live without it, and you know you can't, you have to find a way to still have it, but just not all the time. And that's what's changed with us. I used to go to the restaurant and always have poutine all the time. Now I don't. I go once a month, and that's what's changed. I still have it, and believe me, it's amazing when I have it. I mean, like, I melt when I have it. I'm like, oh my god, like, I go fall down the table. I have that moment from that movie there.
Light the candles and have a cigarette.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. And so, and
I
that's what
wasn't
makes
invited
it,
to that party.
No, I'm alone on that. That's just
You
me.
know, but it's true. So it is what it is, and just, you know, I want to enjoy life.
Yes.
I don't want to live life just white knuckling
No.
everything.
No.
Yeah.
That's not a life, right? You know.
Definitely.
So it's been a wonderful ride for the. You
Well-
know, and there's been peaks and valleys, but
Oh, yeah.
But I love the fact that, look at who we have in this room right now. We have you, Rennie, who's been on for 20 years. We have Marilyn, who's been with WW for, oh my goodness, over 30, 40 years almost, if I'm not mistaken. So it goes
And
to
you got the
show you,
newcomers.
and then we have these
These mid babies, you
Yeah.
know, 8, 10 years.
10
and you got
years.
the 2-year people.
And I'm sure there's others that are in here that have been here forever, because we know that this works.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that this is what allows us to have a life. It
Yeah.
allows us to feel good about ourselves.
Yeah.
It allows us to share the
journey.
share the journey. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Thanks so much, Rennie.
Thanks, Rennie.
That was awesome.
sure.
Congratulations.
That's so awesome. That's like 20 years. What's funny is that I never knew about WW back in the day. I found him because of him. So, you know, it was like when I found out, because then I was like, oh, I never heard of
Well,
this.
it's because my mom was on WW.
Yeah.
My mom and my sister did it. Yeah, they had all the pinwheels. I remember.
So I will say this: we have Rosie, Barb, then Janet. We did see your hand,
Yes.
and we wrote it down, Janet. So we saw your hand, so you can lower it. Because
Yeah.
you've been going
You're-
like this. And I'm like, oh, Janet, her arm press must hurt. Oh no, you're doing your fit on exercise, right? Right? Who's done that one? Fit on exercise.
It hurts.
It hurts. Look for it on the WW app.
And it's only a 5-minute one, and
Yeah,
they
it
make you do
hurts.
this for like.
It hurts. Believe us, okay? Believe us. So Rosie, let's do ask to unmute. Hi, Rosie.
Hi. So I'm going to look at this from a different perspective.
Like
I'm
always.
thinking of It's called the diet industry. So there are companies that live and prey off of our insecurities and our needs.
Very
And the
true.
reason they're doing it is because they want our money. They also want us to fail. So, and they create these things that are absolutely ridiculous on cutting. Keto, for example, cut out all of this. The Atkins, the this. buy our bars, buy our pills. It's all the same thing. And so what it is what I mean, WW has had moments, obviously, where it was a diet where they're telling you to eat specific things. But my personal experience has been maybe 20 years. So it was around turn of the, I like to call it turn of the century. So, because technically it was turn of the century.
It was.
That's sort of where where they started to make this move, and it still has some issues, because to me part of it, of all of this, is how we look at things emotionally and physically and mentally, which most diets don't focus on. And WW has been gradually getting more and more towards.
They went away from the weight. The weight is no longer.
I mean, it didn't used to be like,
Nope.
like they don't even give you your weight. There's a weight range. I know what my weight range is. They have not told me, but I know what it is because they use the BMI.
This is
so
actually
I can figure it out.
kind
but
of-
they won't put it on there for your brain.
Yeah.
We're rewatching Sex in the City right now. So what are the odds that today is the episode where after Miranda has her baby, she's trying to lose a few extra pounds?
So she goes to Weight
and
Watchers.
today she goes to Weight Watchers, and they actually have a workshop. And it's funny because it's so not what Weight Watchers does, but the coach writes down her weight
and
then
yells it out loud.
Yells it out loud to everybody in the workshop.
But they used to do that in places.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny, right?
Yeah.
So that's the problem, is that people they're being preyed on, and also because everybody wants it to go fast. And the problem is, like myself, I've been overweight since I was 9 years old.
Right.
So the idea that I'm going to lose weight, a rapid weight loss, is a ridiculous thought.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's almost like that whole conversation we had too. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Rosie, but the whole
No.
conversation of like the Biggest Loser episodes that we used to watch and all these TV shows that would promote extremely fast weight loss.
And you saw that, you're like, oh my god, I want to do
I
that.
want to do that because it's doable. People could do it, but that's people working out 8 hours a day nonstop.
And none of those people are still
And, many of them are not successful because it's too fast. And what does WWE always tell you? If you're going down at a slow pace,
the tortoise wins the
tortoise
race.
wins the race.
The tortoise
And
wins
it's
the
so funny
race.
because even now, all of these people who sit there and talk about, I mean, we're all obsessed with food. I mean, partially it doesn't help that we're in the midst of COVID, right?
Right,
And we're all stuck
definitely.
at home. So that much adds to your thinking. And you're like, I decided that the way to do this journey is to not obsess about food all the time, because if I obsess about food all the time, I'm going to be miserable.
Yep.
That's why I quit like 20 years ago. The last time I had a big weight loss, like, I'm not moving anywhere. Nothing's happening. I'm tired of saying after I eat, what am I eating next? Because that's not life.
Yeah.
I'm not living.
Food is such a small part of this journey, even though it's what brought us to this point.
Absolutely, and the problem
That's
with
the
all
weird
of these
part.
industries is they want your money, and they want to try and trick you into it, and then we all go through this thing where we have some success, then we stop,
Yep.
and we go back, and it's just that in this instance, WW has gradually been moving away from the idea that it's all about the food.
Well, we were actually asked with our weigh-in post this week on Instagram if once we hit goal, if we are going to quit WW. And of course, you all know what our answer was no, because we know that we can't quit, because we know every other time we've done that, because we thought we can do it on our own, we ended up not being able to maintain it and it's not like it's that idea of this is where we feel most comfortable. This community is allowed us to feel normal and feel okay with the struggles that we have, because there's nothing wrong with us. And I think that's what we need to start realizing. There is nothing wrong with us. We are not bad people because we like food. We're not that's
Or because we weigh even if you weigh an overweight person, you are still a valuable person,
Yes.
an important person,
Yes.
and
It's
you
just
are
as
lovable.
valuable.
Yes.
And we are told that we are humanly we are horrible people. We are teased people. When somebody has an eating disorder, when they're anorexic or bulimic, they go, oh, the poor person, and they tease and laugh and make fun of and tell me that I'm lazy.
Yes.
I'm a trained opera singer, for God's sake. You cannot tell me I am lazy. You know what I mean? Like, I have discipline. I'm sorry that food happens to be my issue.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
and you don't know my health, but my medical background.
Yes.
And what the history of my life is.
There's a lot of
So-
assumptions, unfortunately, for people who
Yeah,
are
absolutely.
overweight. People assume so many things on people
Someone's
who
asked
are
us
overweight.
once actually like to talk about like, do you guys see a difference between how
Oh,
you're
completely
treated
how
now
we're
and then?
treated.
And oh yeah, there's a huge difference.
Huge.
I remember going on the GO train and sitting down on a seat, and people would purposefully not sit beside me. I was like one of the final seats people would sit beside because I was bigger. And it's
I will say there is a difference, but we are also a little different as well, no matter what, because our confidence has changed. So we are now also maybe looking at people in a different light because we're now smiling at people instead of not making eye contact anymore.
Yeah.
So you have to take that into consideration too. When we were bigger,
I
we
looked
were
away
less
more
likely not
to
to even
smile.
want to make eye contact. So maybe if we did make that eye contact, because I hate to say it, there's some people, it doesn't matter what size you are, if you're a nice person, you're a nice person. Like, honestly, right? Like, size and niceness doesn't correlate. Just like race and race and discrimination. There's racist people in every single culture and every single, you know, and it's the same. Like, dumb is dumb no matter where you look at it.
Using the term diet makes me feel that they're saying you're not worthy, therefore you have
Right.
to go on a diet. Whereas
Yes.
the other part of it is it creates a more, there's something that, because diet has that negative connotation to it, so.
Definitely.
thank you,
Thanks,
Rosie.
Rosie.
So we're going to Barb next. Hi, Barb. Hi, Barb.
Is Barb still there?
I just asked to mute her. Hi, we
I
can't
don't.
hear you.
We can't hear you, Barb.
You're unmuted.
That's weird.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you at all, Barb. I apologize. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there.
And you, yeah, we should,
Do you,
maybe.
do you want to try logging out and logging back in, Barb, if you don't mind? If that's possible, maybe that'll work, and then we'll go to the next person, and then we'll come right back to you as soon as you come back in. Hopefully that works.
So we'll go with next was Janet.
Janet,
Janet.
Janet.
So Janet.
Janet, who got us our beautiful Boston, Massachusetts t-shirts. Love it.
Hi, Janet.
They look wicked good on you guys.
Did you guess I would pick gray and he'd pick blue?
Did you guess the colors we would take?
I just randomly
Perfect.
won it, I guess.
Yep.
They look wicked good.
We love them.
Thank you. We
And
love
I'm
them.
glad they fit so awesome. I've got a few, I've done WW on and off. I, told you guys, it was because of you guys that I put my whole story on social media, which was that was huge for me. But I did WW, quit, and in 2010, rejoined again with the promise that I'm not going to quit. And it was funny because when I first met my husband, he just looks and he's like, honey, are you allowed to eat that? And it's just like, dude, I can eat whatever I want. He's 1,000 times better now, but it was just like, I can eat
But it's
whatever I want.
again, that's
I just-
education. It's about education.
Yeah, and people just, well, you can't have that. And it's like, okay, on Friday, and I completely tracked it. I didn't care about the blue dot. I had a 51-point day.
Good for you.
I thoroughly enjoyed everything that went into my mouth. I had no guilt, no remorse. I actually planned for having the 51-point day. After I went to my live workshop, there's a breakfast place right next door. I had a very mindful breakfast, but I knew that it was going to be one, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to go hog wild and off the rails. No, it's still, the mindset is there, and my coach says, is this food worthy of you? There's no such thing as good food or bad food.
Yeah.
And one of my friends says, when they say, oh, I can have, eggs because eggs are free. No, eggs are zero. Zero is a number, free is a party.
Yes.
Not P-A-R-T-Y for those that can't understand my podcast. So, it's just those little things, but yeah, it's just...
It's true though, but I love how you brought the point system into this whole diet aspect too, because the whole idea of this whole using 0-point foods or free, right? Because that took us a long time to actually take that consideration and realizing that 0-point foods still have calories, so we can't look at them as being free. Because if you eat 12 pineapples, I'm sorry, there's a lot of sugar in 12 pineapples, and that's probably not the smartest
there
move.
was like, and I found this out like about a few months ago because I was getting like all this fruit and I was making like huge, ginormous fruit salad bowls, and the fruit salad bowls were gone in maybe 2 days, and so it was just like, it was pop, and that's probably why, you have little gains, because like, my husband's like, oh, the fruit salad's all gone, and you're just like, oops,
I ate it all.
I guess I ate it all.
Yeah.
So you can't, so I take like a bowl. And I put like the
making
chips
it,
in
making sure it's portioned and you've got that under control is a huge part of this.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Janet. Thanks for
Thanks for the
sharing.
gifts too. Thank you
Yeah.
so
We
much.
appreciate it.
Oh, I'm glad you guys like it, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank
see
you.
if Barb is able to chit chat real quick.
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Barb. Are you there? She's still muted.
Yeah, so I can see if I
We're
can.
gonna see if we can ask to
Hi, Barb.
Yay!
Yay!
We got Barb. Hi, Barb.
So this is going back to at the beginning of the conversation. I've not had a great week. It's been a really rough week. My daughter went away for 6 months, and I'm just emotionally not very well. And I have been eating what I consider for myself not healthy. And so last night I was going to have pizza, which I haven't had in a year. And my husband said to me, oh, so I guess you're off plan today. And I thought, well, no, I'm on plan. I'm not eating the best choice, and I'm eating way too much, and I haven't done that in 15 months, but I'm not off plan. And it's sort of the second time he has said that, because there's one other time where he goes, oh, I guess you're off plan, and oh, did Brenda tell you go off plan or something? And I thought, you know what, you just really don't get it. And I was already mad at myself for doing it anyway.
Yeah.
And then hear him say that, it was like, God, like you're not helping.
And that's the thing. And the thing is that it's hard because it's essentially in a situation where we've with someone for a long time. It's very hard to change their mindset of what WW is. Because I guess because we kind of perpetuate that off-on plan, all of us in some ways. Because I think it's a vocabulary we've all used at some point.
for so long.
Like I remember at the beginning when we were doing this a lot,
We would use
say,
the same
I'm
thing.
off,
I'm
or
off,
I'm on
or-
plan, or I'm not.
And
I'm
so
not
maybe
tracking
starting
today.
to realize when you're talking about what you're doing, and when you start realizing when you're going to say I'm off plan, and maybe finding a different way of saying it. And start reinforcing that, so that way he's starting to hear the new language that you're using.
Because that may help.
That may help. And honestly,
And the other thing too, you need to talk to, maybe just tell him about,
have a sit down talk to him,
And
not
tell
at that moment, because
No.
if you're gonna have it at that moment,
When-
it's gonna be
when
anger
you're-
and frustration, and you're just gonna probably say things you don't want to say.
But when you have the mindset we said earlier, when you're part of WW, you get taught certain things that people who've not done it don't understand. Think about your job or something you know so well, and say for example, you know how to crochet the best, or you know how to do Excel worksheets the best, like Mike can. And so if you try to teach someone new who's never done something like that, and you're someone that's an expert, it's very hard to teach them if you're not a teaching person. Like I know that if I sit down with like his mom sometimes trying to teach how to do internet stuff, even my mom, I get frustrated because I was like, what do you mean you don't know that button's there? Just click it. Like I don't get why you don't just click it, it's right there. But I know how to do this. I've been doing this for a long time. So the WW journey applies the same way. We've been doing this a long time, some of us for 20 years. So all the vocabulary, the words we use, all the things we've learned, we know. They don't know out there.
And it goes to show you why some of us are fantastic guides and coaches,
I am
and
not a
some
teacher.
of us aren't. And
I am not a
I know
teacher.
that sounds funny, but it's so true that certain people have a certain knack of being able to explain it. So sometimes maybe you might not need to explain it to them, but have somebody that is your buddy explain it to them instead. Because you might not be able to actually come in with that whole mindset of, you're always going to be more on the defensive side, maybe.
Yeah.
You'll always want to be defensive about trying to explain something, and maybe it will take more than one time to explain it to them.
Yeah.
You can't expect them to learn it overnight because it didn't take us overnight to learn it either.
Yeah. And I think a lot of us, like I'll say this, I've noticed that we had the same mentality when we first started our last time just journey on 2018. We didn't want to share on social media that we were doing WW again. We were ashamed of it. 6th time joining. Our friends and family know we've been trying for so many years. What is the first thought we had? Oh, there they go again, trying to lose weight again. Here's another, how much are they going to lose and gain this time? But the thing is that when we actually started sharing our struggles and what we've been doing, then people started understanding. People started actually saying, oh, that's what you're doing. And then even people today, when we see some of our friends today, we explain to them what we've done in our lives. Family members, they're like, oh, that's what you guys are doing. And then they start understanding how we've changed our lives. It doesn't mean we don't indulge and have like pizza like we had last night. We still do. It's just we don't overeat like we used to all the time. We've learned to portion. We've learned to pick better options for certain situations. We've just changed how we eat so that we can still enjoy those moments with our friends and family. But then when we're home and it's a regular day, we do the best we can. The best.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps, Barbs. Hopefully that gives you some ideas.
And there's so many other things in chat too. Some people are saying maybe you don't need to explain anything. You need to figure out how far you want to go with this.
Yeah.
Because what we're offering still might not work with your husband. Like honestly, that might not work.
We're not experts.
but it's what you're willing to do and where you want to go with this and how much you want to invest, how much time you want to invest in that part of your journey.
Yeah.
Right, I do, because I don't like, you don't want to hear that all the time, even though I have explained it many times, but I think he's still in a mindset of it's a plan, you have to stick to that plan in a certain way, and
it's that whole
perfection.
That perfection mentality, thinking that you have to be on plan all the time in order for it to work.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Barb.
So next we have Mary.
Yep.
So let me admit Joyce.
And did you see what time it was?
Yes, I know, we're running late.
Really talking a lot.
I know.
Today.
So Mary, we will ask on person, but Zoom, please stay behind. We wrote your names down, so we will go back to everybody else that's in Zoom after the actual live show. But here we go, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Doing great. It's Sunday. It's after this we get to relax.
Yep.
So this what happened.
Yay!
Oh,
Yes. Mary reached lifetime.
Mary reached lifetime, everybody. That's amazing.
So and it's so funny because we've met Mary in person.
We did.
She came to our garage sale when we were selling our house
Yep.
a year ago, and so to see the difference between then and now, it's kind of
been
insane.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. So proud of you.
Thank you.
And how has it been going? What changed? Like, is this something you've been doing? Like, what's your journey? Explain your journey. Like, your story.
I was just tired of being overweight and no other diets. As you say, diet doesn't work.
Yeah.
So this is my 3rd time on WW and the 1st time becoming Lifetime.
That's amazing, and that's right there is the story right there, guys. Again, 3rd time trying, did it. Don't give up. Even if you've done this multiple times, keep trying, because I think you'll agree with this, Mary, and anybody in this chat room right now who's been multiple times, you learn something new every single time that adds on to your lessons of what you've learned from W that you can actually take on and then bring it to the next time. And
The
you learn something new
learning
and you bring it to the next
never
time.
stops.
Yeah.
The learning is ongoing.
Okay.
Even as human beings, we never stop learning. Look at what Marilyn did, fixing her own fridge,
Yeah.
and that's what blows my mind is that we think that we can learn something like our food choices overnight and make.
I've said this multiple times, right? I've said this multiple times. Who taught you how to eat? Your parents. Who taught them how to eat?
Their parents.
Who taught them how to eat? Their parents.
Their
There was no nutritionist along the way there, that had all the right decisions to, unless you did, then you're maybe a little luckier than the rest of us.
Yeah.
But most of us didn't. And my mom's in the chat room right now, and my mom has said to me, she's apologized. I was like, I'm sorry I could not give you all the things that I didn't know. I just did and I'd always tell my mom, she didn't have any control over it.
No.
I was a fussy kid. I only liked certain things. There was only things that she could get Our family was not exactly the, the Rockefellers. We struggled a little bit sometimes. So, you got what you were able to eat, and that's what happens. And so you can't, like,
There's no blame.
there's no blame.
There's no blame.
It's just, you just keep trying. And
You keep doing your best, and there's no reason why. What's blame gonna do? We can't go back and blame the people that taught us how to eat.
No.
We now have a choice to teach ourselves how to eat
And try to change
and
our own ways.
try to make the best choices we possibly can to live the healthiest life we possibly can.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Marion. Congratulations.
So
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. Like, I mean,
Thanks.
we love hearing success story, you guys. So if you ever come online and you have a story, please
share.
We love hearing them because
Yeah.
you know what? That's inspiring. It's just even for us. Like, I've never made Lifetime, and so I'm kind of like still looking at all these people making Lifetime around us that we know, and I'm like, I still haven't made it yet. But I'm like, I'll get there someday. But it's nice to see other people get there, and I know that it will be there for me too someday.
It
soon.
will.
Yeah.
You're like 3 pounds away.
I know exactly. So
And we actually, I'm going to talk about this. We figured out what is our issue right now. We are having 3-day weekends instead of our normal 2-day weekends.
we've been off every Friday.
We're off every Friday. So being off every Friday, Thursday becomes our Friday, so Friday becomes our Saturday, but then there's still a Saturday. So by Saturday, it's hard. We're having a hard.
We did pretty well this
We
week.
did very well this
Yeah,
week,
we-
so we're very proud. And like I said last night, we even made some better choices and left a half a bag of open chips at our friend's house.
Our favorite
Our
chips.
favorite chips, the Munchies. Cannot believe we did that.
I
Very
kind of
proud
wanted
of
them
ourselves.
today.
Nope.
I wanted them today. I
We're
was
good.
like, I'm glad we left them behind.
I'm
'cause
so glad.
They
Yep.
would be gone.
They're all gone. So thanks again. We're gonna keep going down.
So, there's no updates for this week, guys.
No.
Normally we give you guys updates of videos coming up, workshop visits coming up, but there's none.
There
this
is
week.
actually something gonna happen though this week, if I'm not mistaken. Aren't you gonna be? Isn't it the back to the?
Yes, I'm gonna be reposting stuff this
Yes.
week. Like
So
I
there's
always
gonna be
do.
some reposts of older
old
videos.
So I'll be resharing older-
Because we heard something about September being
Being
the
the
new
new
January.
January.
There's a concept happening where
Yes, so-
we're going to be revisiting some like almost
back to basics.
back to basics in September because I
Yeah.
think with everything COVID that's been going on, I think it's probably a
And
good
it's also
place.
summer's ending,
Yeah.
so it's a good time to get to dust off those lessons that we learned before.
Yeah.
Try to see what we
Even
can
the
do.
lessons that we learned all summer and maybe revamp them again and reintroduce them again because sometimes we forget what we forget to apply certain
Yeah.
things. So.
Yeah. And also like we said earlier, we're actually taking a week off of workshop visits. Our first time taking a break
Yes.
since March 13th.
Since March 13th.
So we're taking a full week off. We're still working though, so we're actually not on vacation.
No.
We're still working a regular
Our
job.
regular jobs are
But we're actually gonna have nights back.
Yeah, we're gonna go for walks.
We're
So
gonna
we're
go for
gonna
walks
do,
and-
we're gonna enjoy the last week
Be all
of.
romantic, we'll
summer.
hold hands, down by the creek. There's no beach here, so it's down there. Too
And
far.
then next Sunday, the word is points.
points.
So we will be talking about the word points.
Yeah. So points will be talking about how we use our points, how the lessons we learned with points, how we learned the major snack lesson that we always talk to you guys about,
Mhm.
the fact that we have snacks and how snacks are important to us and we made it work this time. Just all talk
And
about
maybe
how
different
to.
ways of reevaluating how you use your points.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how people point certain things
Yeah.
and how they
How
make
we
certain
track our
things, how we
points.
track them.
So everything will be about
everything
points.
about points.
Yeah. So
we'll even try to
hopefully-
make a point.
Yeah, we'll try to make a point.
Boom, boom. Try.
And then September will come back. After that, and then the following week, new videos will be coming out again.
Yep.
We're actually planning out our September schedule as we speak. We will be visiting workshops again. We'll be back, but we're taking a week off. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys around. We'll still post pictures. We always do. My mom, we're visiting my mom, so we'll probably post pictures with her. So
Yeah, so don't forget to follow us on our Facebook group at WWGays Friends, Family, and Fans.
you can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok.
And you can follow us on Canada Connect at my goodness, it's so
Yes.
weird. I haven't
Our
said
new
this out
names.
loud yet.
We have new names
At
now.
WWGays
Dash-
JLUC.
And at WBGays-Nick. So
That's so weird to
for
see
those
that
who
now.
don't know, you can actually change your name on Connect now. So we used to have our old original names when we signed up on Connect back in 2011,
Yeah.
which we actually were able to change to WBGays now. So we're actually very happy about that. And on US Connect, you can find us at
The WWGays. Our website is www.wwgays.com.
That's always a mouthful.
And the recipes is the same /recipes, of course. And then our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y6.
And our email is www.gays@gmail.com. Thank you again for visiting us. We saw all your chats on YouTube. So Lynn and Carol on
Yes.
YouTube, Kelsey from the UK. We saw a bunch of you on Facebook too. Thank you for joining
It'll
us.
take us a few weeks to readjust ourselves to this new setup, but it's been the best setup we've had
my
so
God,
far.
this has
Loved
been
it.
amazing.
We will be doing this every week from now on. And I hope you guys have a great week. Believe in yourselves.
You
You
can
can
do
do
this.
it. And those of you in Zoom, stick around. We'll catch up with the people who still have their hands up and say goodbye real quick. Bye Facebook. Bye YouTube.
It's a little X in the corner.
I forgot.